Today we're going to be changing a heating element on a Bravos XL Maytag dryer. You're going to want to start by taking your dryer vent hose off and unplugging it, of course. You're going to take the cover off the electrical box. You're going to have 3 screws here. That is your power supply. They're all 1/4-inch hex screws. And you have the ground wire that is a 5/16. Then you're going to take off the millions of 1/4-inch hex screws that are holding on this back cover. Take out these Phillips head screws holding the terminal block onto the cover. You're going to unplug all of your limit switches and your heating element on the bottom. Next, you're going to want to take out all the screws holding the heating element compartment. These are all 1/4-inch hex screws as well. You can see that lint that got in there and almost started a fire. You're going to pull that out, and right inside there is your heating element. If you're wondering how I know that the heating element is bad, if you take your meter, set it to ohms, and you put it on the 2 terminals of the heating element and it says OL, which stands for open line, it is bad and has a break somewhere. So let's take this heating element out. It has 1 screw holding it in, and we're going to pull it out, and we're going to see here is your break. That's how we know it is broken. So we're going to open up the new one, inspect it for breaks. All is looking good. So we're going to shove it back in that sleeve there, just like the old one. And then we're going to put that same screw in. Now we're going to do an ohm test to make sure everything's good, looks good. So we're going to go ahead and start putting everything back together. So now you're going to start doing everything that we did prior to that in reverse. Putting everything back together, including plugging all your wires back in, and then putting the back cover back on, plugging everything in, and we're going to test it out. So now I have my dryer running, and I have it pulled out to make sure that my hose isn't kinked. Then I went outside to make sure that it's blowing out. It is. You can see those louvers moving there. And I put my hand up against there to feel to make sure it's blowing out warm air. It is. We are working.